Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica, and in today's video I am bringing you my very last eyeshadow palette collection and declutter video. Now usually what I do is I will split this into two videos, part one, part two. And what I've noticed since I started filming these is that usually part one gets a lot more views than part two. Not that that necessarily matters. I mean, if people choose to watch it or they don't, that's none of my business, and it's totally fine. But I feel like it would just be best to leave it as one video. It's going to be really long. I'm going to warn you right now, it's going to be well over an hour. As soon as I get done filming the intro and the outro, I'm going to go downstairs and get it all edited. It took me a total of 3 nights filming this to get through the whole thing. So I started off with 208 eyeshadow palettes. I've decluttered a total of 41. And then I got another palette, which I'll show you here in just a minute. I just got it in the mail today. What I did though is I gifted 4 palettes to Tracy, Lilith Luna, my dear friend, before I sat down to film the videos or the segments for this video. And then in this video, I decluttered 36, but then I decided to go ahead and declutter the LA Girl Pro Mastery palette. And it's a beautiful palette, and you'll see it in the video. But I noticed the more I kind of like looked at it and was like hemming and hawing about whether or not to keep it, it smells funky. So I'm just gonna toss it. It's just old. And I don't want to gift a palette that I know smells off to somebody else. So I'm just going to toss it in the garbage, which is sad. I mean, I don't want to toss anything in the garbage, but I've had a large collection for a very long time. And so my whole goal in showing you guys my collection and declutter stuff here is that I just really wanted to make intelligent, rational decisions about what I'm keeping and what I'm letting go of. I don't want my palettes to just sit and not get use, and a lot of them don't get the use that they deserve. So I just felt like it was time to give these palettes to a better home where they're going to get more use. And I already have people that I'm gifting the palettes to, so I'd rather you not ask me to send them to you, because I have my daughter, my niece, my stepdaughter, couple friends that I gift palettes to, so they have homes, and it's still a very large collection. I still have 168 palettes now in my collection versus the 208. And like I said, I did just get a palette in the mail. Oh, this is the Poppy and Fluff Cosmetics Wish Upon a Snowflake palette. This is my best friend and sister's UK indie brand, and she was gonna send this to me in PR, which I would have very much appreciated. But you know what? I don't think that that's fair. I want to support her brand financially. So I just said, please let me buy it. And she's like, no. And I'm like, listen, I'm going to buy it. So I did. I bought it and it just got here. So look at the outer packaging. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to open it up and show you the color story. It's incredible. Now I've seen this. Ooh, shoot. One of the shadows broke. Dang it. This shadow here has broken. It's a matte. Dang it. I don't know why this has happened to me a lot lately, where I will get a palette that's pristinely packaged. I mean, she packaged this so well, and it just never fails that one of the shadows breaks. So I'll take care of that, but it's just so beautiful. I think it's the perfect color story for winter. It's got some beautiful shimmers in here. I'm sorry that I didn't realize. I just literally took it out of the box and brought it upstairs to show you. So yeah, I'll take care of that. But yeah, it's just gorgeous. I'm not going to swatch it, but I will be. I don't know if I'm going to be filming with this on my channel, but I will definitely be creating looks with this on Instagram. I have some pretty big changes coming to my channel. I will be filming another video going into more detail, but and going into the whys, which I know I don't have to do that. I think people can get really like irritated with creators when they explain why they're doing something, and that's not my intention, but I just feel like it's worth doing a video explaining to you why I've made some of the decisions that I'm making. Starting in January, I will no longer be doing any makeup videos. I will just be doing true crime. And I didn't really intend on sharing that right now, but I am. sharing it right now. And like I said, I'm gonna film a video explaining to you guys why I've made this decision. And again, nobody's forcing me to do that. I know I don't need to or have to. I would like to do that just because I would. And yeah, I just have reached kind of the end of my involvement in the makeup space here on YouTube. So I have a couple other videos I'm going to be putting up. I have my collab with Jan Van. We'll be doing our Fab 5 Christmas edition video next week. And then I'm going to do like my very last get ready with me here and explain to you guys why I have chosen to end my time here on the beauty space and focus on true crime. So that's all I'm going to say in this video. Anyway, so I'm going to be showing you guys all of my palettes and in my collection, of course, and the palettes I'm decluttering and why I'm decluttering. You know, I do try to like not have the video be super long. It's hard for me to just show the palette, shut it, and then move on to the next one. I kind of want to give you a little bit of backstory and talk about my feelings about the palette. So it's going to be long. I'm telling you, it's going to be over an hour, probably close to 2 hours long. So make sure you have, I don't know, a drink, a snack, a blankie, a pet. I don't know. Just get comfortable. And then once it comes to the end, I'll come back and do my little outro. So without any further ado, let's get into my very last collection, eyeshadow palette collection and declutter video. Okay, so let's get started with, I'm assuming, video 1 of my eyeshadow palette collection and declutter videos. Now, I do have a little bit of a haphazard setup here, so if my phone starts bouncing a lot, I'm apologizing in advance. I'm going to try not to rock my desk too much, but I start showing palettes and I get to rocking, and watch out. Again, I hope I mentioned this at the very beginning because I have not filmed the intro to these videos yet. I really want to make intelligent, thoughtful decisions about what I'm keeping and what I'm not keeping. Okay, that's my whole goal here. So let's get started. All right, number 1, or palette number 1, is the Adept Cosmetics Flying Fiddles palette. Now, this was a gift from my dear friend Tracy. Her channel name is Lilith Luna. And anyone that I mention who has a channel, I'm linking their channel in my description box. Now, I have wanted to try Adept for a very long time. And part of the reason why I never did was because the brand owner has gotten so much hate thrown on her. And I don't know, I just felt like, well, I don't really want to deal with the hate. But you know what? I'm so thrilled that Tracy sent me this palette, and I could kick myself for not trying this brand sooner. Okay, granted, I know that the brand owner has had some trash talk, and maybe it's warranted. I don't know. I have no experience with the brand owner. I'm not going to say that like the information that was shared was wrong, but in terms of the eyeshadow palette, it's absolutely stunning. I used this for like a week and a half straight when I got it because I couldn't stop using it. And I will do that again soon because it's just incredible. The shimmers are flippy and metallic and just a gorgeous formula. The mattes are very pigmented, very blendable. I mean, just an incredible brand for eyeshadows. Absolutely. Thrilled that Tracy gifted this to me. The next palette here is the Artemis from Alter Ego. This is duping the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. I love this. It's older. I mean, I've had it in my collection for a while, and it's pretty neutral heavy. And I don't think it's obviously the exact same quality as the Natasha Denona one. I mean, I don't know. I don't have that palette, but still, it's lovely. I love the tones in here. I love palettes that, have a lot of neutral shades, but also have some beautiful pops of color. I still haven't used all the shadows in this palette. Yeah, I probably have dupes for these shades elsewhere, but I don't care. I'm going to hold on to this because I just think it's fun and it's beautiful, and I really want to like invest my time and energy into this palette. Ace Beauté Smoky Roses palette that was gifted to me from Wilma Fingerdew. This is really lovely. Lovely cool tone palette. I love like the kind of berry or burgundy mauve shade here, and this shimmer's gorgeous. And then we have like more warm tones over here. We have this black matte that's got the sparklies in it. Really lovely kind of grayish black. See, I'm bouncing my phone. Grayish black shimmer. I've only used it once, but I really liked it, and I'm going to hold on to it. the Goddess palette from Alter Ego, and this is duping the Gold palette, I think, from Natasha Denona. Now, here's the thing. I don't know. I love this shade here. I think it's so beautiful. But you know what? I feel like I already have this color story more than once in my collection. And I have the Cosmic Beauty / Brushes Undergrowth palette. And I feel like Reggie's meowing. So come in and say hi, Reg. So I feel like, does this need to stay in my collection? I mean, I do think it's beautiful. I love this shimmer too. And I love the greens and I mean, I love it. But again, I don't know. I haven't used it in a long time. So you know what? I'm going to make the bold decision to declutter this Ace Beauté Flare palette. I really love this color story. And I do think it's got some really lovely shades in here, but it's just not a palette that I reach for. I keep thinking I'm going to reach for it, and I don't reach for it. And I don't know. I feel like it's time for me to give it up. But I look at it, I'm like, oh God, it's so pretty. But Reggie, dude, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'm going to have to go wrangle him if he doesn't chill out. He's having like a little opera downstairs. Anyway, yeah, I just think it's time for me to give this up. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to, because I don't really use it. I don't reach for it. It's lovely. I don't reach for it. This is the Nostalgia palette from Ace Beauté. Beautiful bright tones in here. And then we've got, the green and this yellow shade. I love it. I do. I think it's really pretty. I've had fun creating looks with it. But again, this is just not what I reach for very often. Like I have created some really pretty looks with it. But I don't know. I see it on my shelf and I go, yeah, I like it, but not going to use it today or tomorrow or next week or next month. So I'm going to declutter this too. Jackie Aina from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I will definitely be holding on to this. I just love this color story. And of course I have to say Dwalas. Dwalas. I love that shade. And I always lose my mind over that shade and have to say it 43 times. I'm not going to today. I just like the earthy grunginess of it. And I like that there's some bright in here too. And there's, the purple and the brown and pink. I just think it's a really lovely, well-curated palette here. And it's really nice quality. So I'm going to hold on to it. ABH, Modern Renaissance. This is a gift from Cece. And, I've said this before, but this is like such a staple in so many people's collections. And, I didn't get it because I'm cheap. And then Cece's like, well, I have it. Do you want it? And I'm like, yeah, I'd love to try it. And I just think it's gorgeous. Yeah, it's not super quote unquote wowing because, the color story is more toned down. It's neutral, but I'm telling you, you can make some really beautiful, classy, elegant looks with this palette. So this will stay in my collection. All right. Then I have the Artitude Cosmetics Color Splash palette. This was a gift and it's a lovely rainbow palette. And I've really enjoyed playing with this palette, but there's several shades I still have not used. And here's the thing. I don't want to give away a gift that was given to me. I mean, that seems very, pardon my language, but kind of shitty. And that's not my intention here, but I also want to be real honest with myself and just say that like, this isn't a palette I reach for. And I think it would be better if someone else had it that would use it more than I would, because I have other rainbow palettes that I would reach for before this one. No real reason. I mean, it's a beautiful palette. It's got lovely shades. The quality is excellent. It's just, it needs to go to a better home. So I'm going to declutter this palette. Then I have the Beauty Creations Ariel palette. Now this is gorgeous. I think the quality is really nice. Very affordable palette too. Like, it's like, I don't know, 12 bucks, I think, maybe 15. I've created some beautiful looks with it. I'm going to have to go deal with my cat here in a minute. I've created some beautiful looks with it. But it's just not a palette that I reach for. And there's so many shades in here I haven't even touched. And it's been on my shelf for a long time. And this shade I think might be turning bad. So unfortunately, this may just end up going in the garbage can. I need to really look into that. But it looks like it's getting some mold on it. And I'm not giving a palette away that has mold on it. It's just unfortunate that I didn't use it as much as I really should have, but I am going to declutter it. Okay, now I'm going to go through my BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop palette, starting with the Orange Sorbet. I have the whole set except for the waffle cone. So I guess I don't really have the whole set, right? Now, I do think this is lovely, but what I will say is these two mattes right here, pull very pink on me, which, okay, well, this one more so. That's fine. But if it's orange, I want it to look orange on my eyelids. I do think these shimmers are gorgeous. I like that shade, but I just have never really gotten down with this palette, It's just not one that I reach for. I wanted to keep all these because I wanted to have the whole set, even though I don't really have the whole set, like I said. Anyway, so I am going to declutter this. I really am. I've been talking about it for a long time. I'm doing it. Cherry on top. Now, this is going to share the same fate as the orange sorbet. I'm not going to keep this. I do think it's pretty. These pull very pink, not red. This, sort of. The shimmers I do think are gorgeous, especially that one. That's very red on me. But if I'm being honest, I'm just not going to use this. I just never grab for it unless I do a collab with someone and they want to use the BH Cosmetics palette or the Sweet Shop palettes, then sure. But other than that, this sucker's just going to sit and collect dust. Dumb. So I'm going to declutter it. Pistachio. This is going nowhere. This is one of my favorite green palettes I have in my collection. And I'm a firm believer, because I love green so much, that you cannot have too many green eyeshadows. The quality is exceptional. I do believe that the Sweet Shop palettes have the best formula that BH Cosmetics ever created. I just don't ever use the cherry on top or orange sorbet. This one I will use. I have used. Love. I'm going to hold on to it. Bubblegum. Blue. Whoo, pretty. Now, I used to be terrified of blue eyeshadows. Luckily, I've gotten over that fear, very irrational fear, but I'm thrilled that I have this in my collection. I just need to spend a lot more time with this beauty. I was going to do Battle of the Palettes. Am I going to ever do that? Probably not. So I will hold on to this. Just needs a lot more love. And then finally, the Cotton Candy, which I think is just beautiful. Really pretty palette. Now, pinks aren't my favorite, but in conjunction with the magenta, periwinkle, lavender, I can get down with these pinks. I'm bouncing my phone, sorry. Definitely. And again, lovely formula. Beautiful shadows, mattes and shimmers alike, so this will stay in my collection. This is the Beauty Bakery Breakfast in Bed palette, and I'm pretty sure Cece gifted this to me, I'm pretty sure. And I love it. I love it. I didn't know what to expect. It's just neutrals. Neutrals, kind of warm toned, chocolatey, cinnamony, okay? But I was really impressed. I really like the subtlety of the shimmers. They're gorgeous. And then the mattes are really nicely pigmented and they blend beautifully. So this I'm going to hold on to. All right, now let's go into some big daddies. This is the Beauty Bay Midnight 42 pan palette. I absolutely adore this palette. I love all the tones of blue and purple together in one palette. Oh, the quality is amazing. Totally down, load me up, light a match. I don't even know what the hell that even means, but I absolutely love this, and this will be going nowhere. I did a 4 looks video with this palette. Loved the looks. I played with it a few other times off my channel. And yeah, it's real nice. So this I will be keeping. The Bright from Beauty Bay, the 42 pan. Now this was a suggestion, if I could talk, that'd be lovely. A suggestion from my sister friend Cheryl, and one of the best makeup suggestions I've ever been given. I just love this. I will say that the shimmers are a little bit more subtle, not quite super like boom pow, but they're really nice, and the mattes are gorgeous. And here we have all these beautiful colors in here. You can do stuff that's super out of the quote unquote norm. You can go monochromatic, whatever. But I really like it. I'm holding on to it. Now, this is where things might get a little redundant, but hear me out. This is the Botanical 42 pan. I love it. I love that the greens are more earthy, grungy, some muted options. And then we have this array of burgundies, browns, rusts, copper, gold. This is just stunning. It's like gold and lavender flippy. And I just think it's really nice. I used it for an entire week. I did like 4 or 5 looks with it and really enjoyed it. Lovely formulation. So this is going to be staying in my collection. But you see, I also have the earthy. And, I guess there are some similar tones. But this has more greens, more vibrant greens, I would say, more spring greens, where the other one has more like fall, winter greens. That makes sense. And I do like the fact that we have some orangey, rusty, reddy stuff going on down here too. And because I'm a green eyeshadow fan, You cannot tell me that there's too much green eyeshadows in anyone's collection, mine included, okay? So I'm gonna hold on to this. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. The shadows work beautifully. And yeah, I can't get rid of this, no way. Okay, now I have several from Beauty Moon Cosmetics. This is the Cosmology palette. This is just stunning. This is a UK indie brand that I just am madly in love with. I do have a discount code, affiliated code. It's Erica15. It'll save you 15% off your purchase, but no pressure. I just think the formulation of their shimmers is just incredible. Same with their mattes. I mean, everything works so well. This is such a unique color story. The shimmers are flippy and liquid metal looking and, you know, all the goods, thick, opaque formula. And the mattes are super pigmented, super blendable, really fun. This is the Divergence from Beauty Moon. Again, another unique, gorgeous color story. This shade right here, Flow, it's got that orange to gold to pink to red flippy stuff. This shade Flicker looks like liquid metal. I mean, it looks like liquid on your eyelids. The mattes are lovely, just beautiful. Adore this palette. Once Upon a Time, beautiful outer packaging. That's another thing about this brand. The outer packaging of their palettes is stunning. Another unique color story, beautiful shimmers, incredible mattes. Love it. This shimmer here, Beanstalk, is just to die for. This one here called Beast, Sword, Spell. That's one of the most beautiful pink shimmers I have in my collection. Love this. We'll keep it. Ice Maiden. Yeah, baby. Beautiful Frosty Icy palette. I mean, if a palette says Ice Maiden, this one's it, right? I love the shimmer here, this one. I love that, like, there's peach and purple, you know, just to me, it's a very unique. It's not your typical winter color story because there's some uniqueness to it, some like differences to it that you might not see in another winter themed palette, you know? And again, the quality is just top notch. Wilma Finger Dew palette from Beauty Moon. Love me some Wilma. Wilma's one of my dear friends here on the tube space. Now, this shadow is going to shit. I have pressed this several times, and I've done the right way of pressing it. I don't know, for some reason it's just lost its stickum. So I'll probably just scoop that out and I don't know, maybe I'll try it again, but it's making a big mess in here. So I don't know. And I have similar shadows like that in my collection, sort of. It's just beautiful, unique, vibrant, alive, just like Wilma is, you know. This definitely says Wilma Finger Dew, and it's really special to have this in my collection because, like I said, I love Wilma, so this will be staying. I just need to do some surgery on that blue shade. This is the Bella Beauté Bar Secret Garden palette that my dear friend Julie sent to me, and look at how beautiful that color story is. This is another brand that I really wanted to try, but I'm a cheapskate, so I hadn't yet, and Julie was kind enough to send it to me. Now, what I will say is that there's a couple shimmers, this one here, this one, and I think that one too. The formulation, god dang it, I keep bouncing my phone around, I'm sorry. The formulation is just hard for me to manipulate. Now, if you use your finger, it works really well. If you use a tackier primer, it works really well. I'm just not one that like uses more than one primer, but I need to get off my lazy ass and get myself like the Divina shimmer primer, okay? The rest of the shimmers in here, I jive with completely from beginning to end, and the mattes are lovely, really lovely color story and lovely quality, and I'm thrilled that Julie sent this to me. I will be holding on to it. Then I have the ABH Norvina Collection Volume, what volume is this? Volume 1. Now I got this at TJ Maxx. Can I open this without, okay. I like this. I've used it a couple of times and then it's been sitting on my shelf. And, you know, it is a really lovely formulated palette. I don't have anything negative to say about it. I don't ever reach for it. So what am I doing? Like, the only shadow in here that I look at and think I'm keeping it is this shade right here. For some reason, this lavender shimmer. I'm like, man, I gotta have it. I have it elsewhere. Okay, I do. I'm gonna declutter this. Beauty Bay Utopia. This was a gift from my friend Allie. She said she lives in the UK and she sent this to me. This shade is kind of blown up onto here. I will never get rid of this palette because I think it's such a unique, vibrant, fluorescent spring, summer color story. It's all mattes. So it's really fun to use this in conjunction with an all shimmer palette or my single shimmers. I've done that several times and I really, really like it. And the one thing, or well, another thing I'll say about it is that sometimes fluorescent shades get kind of murky on my skin tone, and these don't do that. So yeah, I'm going to hold on to it. Beauty Bay Book of Magic. Shazam. God, this is gorgeous. That shade right there is my favorite shade out of the palette. This is lovely. I like the blues and purples. I like the fact that there's neutrals in here. I know that some people are like, no, I don't like the neutrals. I do. I really do. This is just lovely. One of Beauty Bay's, I think, best palettes. I'm going to hold on to it. Retro Love from Beauty Bay. Now, I got this because Andy and Ash did a collab with this palette and just kicked ass. They kicked both of them. Just beautiful looks. Now, this isn't one I've reached for in quite a while, and I thought about maybe decluttering it. But you know what? I'm going to hold on to it, and I'm going to sit it on my desk, and I'm going to use this next week is what I'm going to do. And if I don't just love it, then I'll get rid of it. But I really loved it when I used it, so I'm sure I will hold on to it. But yeah, just a lovely color. I like the fact that there's colorful and then neutrals. And I think what they did, if I remember right, is Andy used shades from up here and Ash used shades from down here for their collab, pretty sure. And both of their looks were gorgeous. Age of Opulence from Beauty Bay. And I'm pretty sure Steph sent this to me as a birthday present. Isn't that gorgeous? Very opulent, decadent color story. Lovely formula, really nice. The shimmers are just impeccable and the mattes are super pigmented and blendable and just all the things that I love. So yeah, I'm going to hold on to this for sure. All right, this is the Blushing Berries from Dose of Colors. Now, I decluttered this last time, decided to pull it out and hold on to it. I've used it. It's lovely, really lovely formulation, but I don't grab it. I never pull it out and use it. That's what she said. Sorry. I should, but what's the likelihood that I'm gonna? Probably pretty slim. So yes, I think it is time to put this in the declutter pile and actually keep it in the declutter pile and declutter it. The Lonely Scarecrow from Poppy and Fluff Cosmetics. This was in September's Ice Cream Beauty box. This is gorgeous. My best friend and sister's UK indie brand. And I'm telling you, this red shimmer is just divine. This shade here is divine. The greens, I haven't used that one yet, but I will. Really impressed with the mattes. I mean, just a gorgeous color story and wonderful quality. Thrilled that I picked this up and it will stay in my collection for sure. This is the My Honey palette from You Can Be, which is a really nice, affordable brand. I dug my, I was using that as a liner, so it kind of made a mess out of the shadow. Now here's the thing, it is a really lovely palette and it's very affordable, cheap, I would say. You know, I used it quite a bit when I first got it, and then now it's just been sitting in my drawer because I don't know. But, and it's a dupe for the Urban Decay Naked Honey, and I have the Urban Decay Naked Honey. Shoot, I don't know. Okay, I think right now I am going to hold on to this. I am. We'll see. We'll see. I might change my mind, but for now I'm going to hold on to it. This is a build your own palette that I did with some shimmers from Lethal Cosmetics, and these are just stunning. Stunning. Really thrilled with Lethal Cosmetics shimmer formula. It's so fun to go on their website and make your own little palettes. Oh, so fun. And I did do a 2 looks video with this. I used all the shades in the video and really loved these shades. And my goal soon is to just invest time into my singles, and this will be included because these are, you know, singles that I made a little palette out of. But yeah, love it. This is the Morphe Just a Crush palette, and this was a gift from my stepdaughter. And while I do struggle with pinks, I actually don't struggle with these because they're more like purpley pink leaning, and I love it. I really do. I'm not a huge fan of Morphe anymore. I haven't been for a while. But, you know, I'm going to hold on to this because it does have some sentimental value to me. And I do want to have some pink in my collection, right? I'm trying to get over my weirdness and my, well, I don't have a fear of pink eyeshadow. I don't know. I just think they look weird on me. But every time I wear pink eyeshadows, people say how lovely it looks. So what do I know? I'm going to hold on to it. Then we have the Hershey's Kisses Milk Chocolate with Almonds palette. This was a gift from Deb B. She was decluttering some stuff and said, would you like this? I said, hell yeah. And I've used this before and it's amazing. It's amazing. Beautiful quality and super cute packaging. I know that not everybody likes the food themed or candy themed stuff that Glamlight does, but I do, really do. This is so freaking cute. So I'm gonna hold on to it. And this would be great to travel with too. I also got this from Deb B. This is the Hershey's Kisses Lava Cake. I finally used this and I love it. Now this is very similar to the Just a Crush, I know, but I'm gonna keep this too, okay? Because I love it, it's really nice quality. And I love the tones in here. I love that you can do such a beautiful gradient with palettes like this, you know, really fun. Then I have the Karma Chameleon Quad. This is the Indigo Quad from Beautiful Shells Cosmetics. This is an Australian indie brand. This is really pretty. I never reach for this. I do really like the shimmer shade, but I feel like I have the dupe for that in one of or two of my Beauty Moon Cosmetics palettes. And I feel like this is like a one-trick pony for me anyway. Like I just do the same look with this. And I just feel like, So I think this should go to somebody else. So I'm going to declutter this. This is the Makeup by Lisa You're Out of This World eyeshadow palette. And this is just stunning. This was a brand, a UK indie brand that Steph turned me on to. And she and the brand owner are both from the same area. And so she's like, you really should try it. And I'm thrilled that I tried it. I haven't used this in a long time, but it's really lovely. Now, upon first glance, these just look like your average purple shimmers, but this has a lot of duochromeness to it. This is very metallic, and they have this beautiful silver glitter, which I don't really love glitters anymore. But I did have used this as a liner before, which was really fun. And I like the fact that there's the purple mattes and then like the reddish tones too. I think purple and red together are a very underrated color combination. So I'm going to hold on to this. The Raven's Castle eyeshadow palette from Makeup by Lisa. Same UK indie brand of the palette I just showed you. Lovely cool tones in here. Silvers, lavenders, pinks, black matte, taupes, you know, right up my alley. I love cool toned eyeshadows. This is lovely. I played with it several times and I really like it. You can create very easy, classy looks. You can go more dark and vampy, smoky. Really fun, and I really like the quality too. This is the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions little palette here that I got from BoxyCharm eons ago, and I think it's gorgeous. Lovely quality. I really like the looks that I put together with it. I like the earthy, grungy greenness of it, and I know I just said that you can't have too many green eyeshadows, but in this case, I do have these shadows more than once in my collection, and this is just not a palette I even remember I have. Okay, so why is it sitting in my drawer? It's not gonna anymore because I'm gonna declutter it. It is hard for me to do that, but it's time. This is the Ladybug Glow Mysteriosa Quad, and these are really fun. They're like variegated, different colors kind of swirled and mixed together. I love this shade because if you do it right, you can get the stripes, that effect on your actual eyelid when you apply it. Really cool. And I have done a video with this before, really liked them. And again, this is another one that you can pull in with like an all matte palette like the Utopia from Beauty Bay. You know, just really fun. You can get really creative. So yeah, I'm gonna hold on to it. This is the End of the Rainbow. This is the Ladybug Glow and Ice Cream Beauty palette. St. Patty's Day release, and I just love this. This shade kind of blew up down here. I need to clean up the palette a little bit, but I really like it because it's very unique and not your typical St. Patty's Day color story. You know, you do have the green, these two are green, and then the yellow, sure, but then you have some fun pops of color, and the formula is just incredible. Ladybug Glow is my favorite eyeshadow brand, so yeah, this is going nowhere. Then I have the Frankenslay palette from Fatal Beauty. This is it a UK indie brand? Or US indie brand, I don't remember. I love the outer packaging. I won this in a giveaway. Now, I think this is gorgeous, but I've used it like twice, and then it's just sat in a drawer because I do think that's really pretty, but it's a pressed glitter, and I don't know, I'm just not really into that anymore. So I am going to declutter this because I feel like it needs to go to a better home. And, you know, this is a really lovely quality eyeshadow palette. So there's nothing wrong with the palette per se. It's just that shade and I, you know, am I ever going to use it again? Probably not. And I already have these tones elsewhere in other palettes. So I'm going to be decluttering this. Wealthy Chic from Colored Rain. I am so sad that Colored Rain closed down. But what I will say is I'm thrilled that I picked up this palette because this is now my favorite green palette in my collection. Yeah, I said it. And it might seem strange because it's only 6 pans. There's only 2 shimmers. The rest are matte. I don't care. It is freaking incredible. These shimmers are just stunning and the mattes are just blendable, pigmented. Oh, love it so much. This is the Cara Beauty Party Girl palette. Now this was a gift from Jen Beauty. And it does have this pressed glitter here, which, you know, at this point in my life, probably won't use. I do really think this is a beautiful purpley pink corally color story. And, you know, my intention was to use this immediately, and I have not done that, you know, haven't done it. So again, while I do not want to give away a gift, I also feel like it's better if I, you know, do send it to someone else that I think will do more with it than just sitting it in a drawer. So no offense to anybody here ever, but I just feel like it's time for me to gift this to somebody that will put it to good use. This is the Wayne Goss, the Luxury Eye Palette Pearl Moonstone. This is a gift from Janny Boo. And this is really nice, very fancy, very fancy. This shade right here is so pretty on the eyelids. Ugh, I've only used it once, but I love the gray, silver, this beautiful peach, like satiny shade, and then the black matte. You know, really easy, I think, to put a look together with it. And I think it's really lovely. I've used it once, and I did really like it, so I'm gonna hold on to it. Then I have a couple all matte palettes, basically, from You Can Be that I got, and some PR from Temu, which, that's a whole other story for a whole other day. It does have this shimmer in here. You know, it is really nice quality. You know, these are very affordable, cheap palettes, I would say, and they work really well. I mean, for an affordable, cheap palette, the quality is really nice. You know, for any palette, the quality's nice, I'm telling you. However, I don't use it. I don't use it. So I'm going to get rid of it. And then also I have this one. This is the Mint Candy. All mattes. Well, that one's kind of a satin shade. I just don't ever grab it. Again, this was PR from Temu, and no thanks. I mean, they just shady people that run the like makeup side of things. No thanks. So yeah, I mean, again, cheap, affordable, however you want to word it. But nice quality, super nice quality, but yeah, I don't use it. Now this here is a little palette I put together of all shimmers from We Makeup. It's an Italian indie brand. And I love this, man. This does not get near enough use, but I really do want to use it a lot. This shadow shifts to blue. This one shifts to yellow. This one shifts to orangey pink. Now, I know I could do swatches. We'd be here for 4 freaking days, and I suck at swatching, okay? But I really had a blast putting this little palette together. You can go onto their website and put together. They have mattes, shimmers, all kinds of stuff, and it was a blast. And pretty reasonable price. You know, I mean, I wouldn't do it all the time, but it was fun to do it the one time. And who knows, maybe I'll do it again, but probably not. Anyway, it's lovely. I'm going to hold on to it. This is the Rasha B Cosmetics Gold Digger palette. This was another wonderful gift from my dear friend Julie. And look at those shimmers, you guys. Oh, now I don't think this brand is even a brand anymore, right? Which just boggles my mind because I mean, these are really lovely shadows. The shimmers are gorgeous. The mattes are wonderful. Like, why? I don't get it. Anyway, I love it. I'm going to keep it. Here we have the Give Me Glow Juicy Olive palette. And this was a gift from Ash Makeup and Chaos. Got to meet them when they gave me this palette. Super fun. This is so beautiful. I love olive eyeshadows. I love olive, the color olive or whatever. I don't love olives, but the color I love. And I have used this a couple of times, 3 or 4 times actually, and it's gorgeous. It's wonderful. I'm going to keep it. And this is the Extra Spicy from Give Me Glow that was also a gift from Ash. Now, these 2 shadows have cracked because I had them so smashed together on my bookshelf that the damn things cracked. I could kick myself. Now, I know that I decluttered the Orange Sorbet, and part of the reason why I did that is because I have this, and I like this better. I like the tones in here better. They show up more true to pan on me. It's a bummer that these cracked, but I mean, you know, I just leave it laying flat now so that they don't get any worse. But very impressed with the quality. I actually used this together with the Juicy Olive. Man, that was sure fun. Elf Earth and Ocean. Now, here's the thing, you guys. I love this. It reminds me of Oregon. Like, this is my Oregon palette, you know? It really is. The quality's decent. It's not incredible, but it's really nice, and I've really enjoyed playing with it. But you know what? I now have the Pacific Northwest palette from Nomad, and that palette kicks this palette's ass. Again, if they were to get in a fight, this palette's going to lose big time. Okay. Now, I've enjoyed this palette. I've had fun. I've created beautiful looks, and it is with a heavy heart that I say it's time to go to a better home, so I will declutter this. Gothic from Cosmic Beauty / Brushes. Damn, look at her. Isn't that pretty? Oh man, I love this palette. It's so beautiful. I'm so glad I got it. The shimmers are just to die for. Again, another palette with to die for shimmers. The mattes are just, oh, buttery smooth, blend like a dream. Shimmers are stunning. I'm gonna hold on to it. The Undergrowth from Cosmic Beauty / Brushes. Hello, hello, you beautiful little palette, you. Now this is going nowhere. This is one of my favorite palettes in my collection. It's got all the goods, grungy green, olive, bright, dark, shimmers that are just kicking ass and taking names. Oh, I love it. Cool Trolls. Now, at first I was like, I don't know if I like it. So dumb. I do love this. It's beautiful. I don't know what my problem was the day that I used it and kind of complained about it. I don't know. I was in a bad mood, I guess. But yeah, it's so pretty. And I love cool tones, and it's got the, like, I don't know, blues and purples, and they're muted and kind of foggy. I don't know, man. Just so beautiful. This shade here called Tempting. Yeah, this is going to stay. ColourPop, Fade into Hue. Now, here's the thing, you guys. I have said for who knows how long, months, years, since I think I've had this palette for a year. I'm going to use it. I'm going to do all this stuff with it. Have I done that? No. I don't know. It does not inspire me. I don't know why, because I love rainbow palettes. I really do. It's got 3 pressed glitters. Not going to use them. This was on sale. I thought, okay, I'm going to get it because I'd heard people say good things about it. There's no reason for me to keep this. I've used it a couple times. It's decent, but it's nothing to write home about. So I am finally going to declutter it. Aurora Struck from ColourPop. This is going nowhere. I love it. It's kind of a mess, but I love it. I love the cool tones in here. I like the light, medium, dark. I've had a lot of fun with it. Is this the best quality palette in my collection? No. Okay. And I would never claim that it is, but it's really lovely, and I'm not going to get rid of it. Stone Cold Fox from ColourPop. Man, dirty outer packaging, dirty inside too. I love it. This will never leave my collection. This is my favorite cool tone palette I have in my collection, hands down. And yeah, there's some repeat shades, whatever. Whatevs. I'm cool with it. I love it. It's beautiful. I'm keeping it. So Jaded. Now, I rearranged my palette. I know I say this every stinking time I show it. I rearranged it because I'd seen Angelica Liramar do it, and I thought it was such a genius idea because, I don't know, the way it was put together, it was kind of disjointed. I didn't love it, but then I put it together in a way that I felt was more aesthetically pleasing. I love it. I just don't ever grab it. The times I've used it, I think it's an absolutely stunning palette. One of ColourPop's best, as a matter of fact. But I'm not going to keep it. It honestly almost breaks my heart to say that, but there's no point. I have these shades elsewhere. I'm not going to use these 2 shades, which, I mean, whatever. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm going to declutter it. Oh my gosh. Twilight from ColourPop. I really like this. I've heard some mixed reviews of this palette. Some people really love it. Some people don't. I liked it. I've only used it once. I did a collab with Steph, and but really liked it. You know, I obviously haven't used all the shadows, but I really would like to. That's always the goal, right? So yeah, I'm going to hold on to it. Colored Rain Safari Rain. This will go nowhere. This is one of my favorite palettes. I just used this, I think, last week? Week before last, maybe? Yeah, love it. I love the rusts and the greens and the brown, the whole shebanger here. Lovely quality. Wish the brand had not closed down. Sucks. But thrilled that I have this in my collection. Whoops. Oh, a little stack of palettes just fell over. Wonderful. This is the Plush Like Me palette from ColourPop, and it's beautiful. Got some, kind of wine tones, some muted kind of corally browns, mustard, I guess. And I won this in a giveaway, I was in a mystery box collab, I think, and this was sent to me, and it's really pretty, and I've used it a couple of times, and I think it's really nice. I just never reach for it. Never. I don't know why, I just don't. So, again, I don't want to give away gifts, all right? But I also, like I'm saying, I have to be honest, I have to be realistic. This is just not getting the use it deserves, so I'm going to declutter it. Star Wars from ColourPop. Ho, ho, ho. I love this. I did a collab with Charlie, Peanut Butter Beauty. That was really fun. Love that it has all the characters in here. I'm going to hold on to this for sure. I just think it's so fun. And my husband and I are super Star Wars nerds. He's more so than I am. I've used it the one time. I really need to invest some time and energy into this palette. That red matte is calling my name. But yeah, I'm going to hold on to this. The Certify the Tropical Wonders palette. This was a gift from Steph. This is all mattes. And this palette is just incredible. I love it. And I love using this with all shimmer palettes or my single shimmers. This will stay in my collection forever. I mean, really, it's so awesome. I love having it. This is the Buxom and Ash K Home palette that my stepdaughter gifted to me. She went into Sephora, or no, maybe, oh shit, that's starting to break apart. Damn it. I'll fix that. She went into, I think, Ulta and said, I need a good palette for aging eyelids. And they said, try this one. And I really like it. I haven't used it in a really long time. And that shadow is, I don't know. So I'm going to clean that up. And then I'm going to hold on to this. And I'm going to try to use it again, damn it, because it's really pretty. Now this is the Hasina 1 palette from Blush Tribe, oops, that Charlie gifted to me, Peanut Butter Beauty. And it's really nice. I really enjoy it. And I had the other palettes from Blush Tribe that I gifted to DW, Dub's Beauty Diary. I just, felt like they needed to go to a better home. And I've used this once. I really like the look that I put together. I used these 3 shimmers, and then I think I put either that matte or that matte on my lower lash lines. Really lovely. So yeah, I'm going to hold on to it. This is the Be Perfect Cosmetics Carnival 3 Love Tahiti Stacey Marie palette. Longest titled palette ever. I love this. I will never get rid of this. I think it's gorgeous. I do wish there was like a yellow matte in here because that kind of keeps it from being a true rainbow palette, I would say. But the quality is so amazing. And I have had so much fun putting looks together with this bad boy. I mean, really, you could just have this palette in your collection. You'd be fine. But, I have more than this. Really, Erica? No kidding. So yeah, I'm going to hold on to it. This is the Be Perfect Carnival, the Antidote palette, Stacey Marie. Who'sy what's it's. I love this too. I used this today, actually. I'll pop up a picture of the look that I did if I remember. If I don't, you can go on my Instagram and see it. But I just use like this shade here, this shade here, this shade. And then I used this shade and that one too, I think. Or yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I love the browns and the like corals and rusty stuff, and then the greens. Ooh, and Ash was using this palette, creating beautiful looks with it. I don't know, we chatted about it and I thought it was on sale, so I thought I'm getting it and I love it. I will keep this forever too. The Longing palette from Blend Buddy Cosmetics. Shazam. Oh, so beautiful, man, I'm telling you. Such a lovely formulation. This shade right here, this shade right here called Love Letters. Stunner. And it's more matte heavy. I'm fine with that. I mean, I would have preferred maybe a couple more shimmers, but nobody asked me. So anyway, I'm really happy that I have it and I'm going to hold on to it. The Lure palette. I love how this palette is arranged, kind of like monochromatic by column. Again, this has a lot more mattes in it. Blend Buddy must be more into mattes than shimmers, I guess. That's fine. Great. Their matte formula is just divine. And the shimmers in here are just stunning. Really lovely. Thrilled that I have this. I've created some really fun looks with this. And, you can go totally monochromatic or you can mix and match. That's what's fun about it, too. And the quality's really, really lovely. BH Blueberry Muffin. This will stay in my collection forever. It's just stunning. This is where I got more comfortable with blue eyeshadows, was with this palette, because, they're more like purpley blue, I guess. Well, I mean, I don't know. I just, for whatever reason, this made me get over my fear of blue eyeshadows. So, go figure. But I love it. And I love the fact that there's neutrals and blues, and there's light and dark, and da-da-da. It's just wonderful. BH Solar Flare. This is one I picked up, I think, at like Ross's or Marshall's. Now, this I haven't used in a really long time, and I don't think the quality is what it once was. But I just can't get rid of this because of nostalgic purposes. And BH Cosmetics, in its height, made the best baked shimmer formula ever. Ever. And I know that some of them look kind of similar, but they all have their own unique appearance on the eyelids for sure. So yeah, might be silly, but I am gonna keep this. The Naughty palette from BH Cosmetics. I've thought about decluttering it, and I just am not ready to do that yet. I used this not very long ago and it performed great. I'm really pissed that the candied fruit shade broke, but there are some other beautiful tones in here, and this is one of the only holiday themed palettes I have. Not that necessarily matters, but anyway, I am gonna keep this. It might get decluttered down the road, but for now, I'm gonna keep it for sure. Avocado Toast from BH. Now, I know I have the undergrowth. I know I have the earthy. I have the botanical. Okay, I get it. I'm not going to get rid of this. It's a wonderfully formulated palette, and it just makes me happy when I look at it. And I'm going to hold on to it. It's a lovely formula. One of BH's best. Lost in Los Angeles from BH Cosmetics. Okay, now, here's the thing. I don't love pastels. And I've thought about decluttering this a few times, and then I use this damn thing, and it's so beautiful that I'm like, why would you declutter it? Because really, yes, they are pastel, but I don't know, they're pigmented enough that they just look effing stunning. They really do. And yeah, dude, I'm gonna hold on to it. I know that might sound really dumb, but I'm gonna. And then we have the Royal Affair from BH Cosmetics, and this was a gift from Micah, Floating in Dreams, because I had another one that I had panned a lot of the shadows and it was old and kind of fallen apart, and she's like, I have a brand new one. Do you want me to send it to you? And I was like, are you kidding? She sent it to me. And I just think this is such a lovely palette. It's great for beginners. One of the very first eyeshadow palettes, not this one, but the one I owned previously. One of the first eyeshadow palettes I ever tried and just fell in love with. Everything goes together. You have some fun pops of color too. Perfect, like I said, perfect for beginners. The formula isn't like, oh my God, but it's really nice and it works really well. So, you know, if you can find this out and about somewhere and you're just starting out, totally recommend. I'm gonna keep it. The next one is the Wizard palette from Fantasy Cosmetica. I love the outer packaging and I love this color story. Now, this is a brand that I could go on their website and order every single freaking palette, but I've been able to, you know, control myself. I have 3 of their palettes. One was a gift. This one I got myself. Isn't it pretty? Blues and yellows. Such an incredible formula. Highly recommend checking out this brand, getting a palette or 2 or all of them if you haven't tried them yet. I'm going to hold on to this one. Castle of Horror from Ladybug Glow in collaboration with Blairdale MUA. Sorry, I'll stop doing that. Isn't that just a beautiful vampy color story? Sexy, deep, dark, luscious. Oh, one of my faves from Ladybug Glow. I mean, sometimes I do feel like it's my fave, and then other of their palettes I think are my fave. I don't know, but it's up there, and this is my favorite brand. I've said that how many times now? You're like, Kate Conger, we get it, move on. So yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this. This is the Ice Cream Beauty and Beauty Moon Cosmetics Trick Palette that was released in the October's Ice Cream Beauty box. I haven't used this yet, but my goal is to use it soon. Isn't that cute? Very Halloween, very unique and fun, and that's what I love about Beauty Moon Cosmetics. And it's going to be really fun to play with this. I just need to sit it out. I kind of almost forgot I had it. I just put it in my drawer to get it, because I almost stepped on it. I'm like, let's not step on it. So I put it in my drawer, and then I'm like, oh, out of sight, out of mind. So yeah, I'll keep this out too, so I can play with this soon. This is the Moonlit Petals Quad from Beauty Moon Cosmetics, and I got this in PR. She sent me their mystery box. I think isn't it a mystery box from Beauty Moon? Don't quote me on that, but she did send this to me, the brand owner, Tori, and oh, it's gorgeous. Now, these 2 shades look pretty similar on my lids, and I still have yet to try that shade, but this is just stunning. And, you know, really fun. It's pink, so, you know, I struggle with pinks, but I don't struggle with this. I had a lot of fun putting the look together. I will say that I don't like pinks on my lower lash lines because it makes me look like I have a sinus infection. So I would definitely, I did pair this with another palette so I can have a different shade on my lower lash lines, which is fine, you know. And if I ever took makeup when I traveled, I'd take this. Krampus Continued from Ladybug Glow. This was their holiday release in, was it 2024 or 2023? I don't remember, but I think this is such a fun color story for the holidays and totally unique. Like, you're not going to see this color story, I don't think, really in let me try that again. in any other of the holiday eyeshadow palette releases. Did that make any sense? I think it's stunning. Love the quality. I've had a lot of fun with this. I like that there's the depth and then the bright, dark and gloomy kind of, you know, but then the bright pops of like these two shimmers, you know, and this matte's kind of bright in comparison to the others, right? Love it. Blue Moon from ColourPop. I'm gonna hold on to it. I mean, do I need to? I've got the Midnight from Beauty Bay. I have the Bubblegum from BH. I've got other blue stuff. I don't know. I just have always wanted to like really have fun with this palette. I've used it, I have, but like, you know, really use it. So yeah, I am gonna hold on to it. It's really lovely. It's a really nice blue color story and the shadows work really well. The Hunter and the Prey from Blairdale MUA Cosmetics. And I did see that Blair is shutting down this brand. And, you know, I'm hoping that eventually Blair can reopen because this is a stunning palette. It's got the earthy grungy that I absolutely love. Now, I do have this color story elsewhere, yes, but I just really wanted to show Blair my support, you know. Blair's always been very supportive of me and my makeup looks and stuff, and so, I don't know, I just felt like it was really important to do that, and I'm really happy that I got it because it's a really lovely quality palette, and I love the tones in here, you know. Me and a palette, for sure. This is the Ladybug Glow Vampy Treat palette, and Wilma Fingerdew sent this palette to me, sweetheart. Love the color story. Love it. Really fun to play with this. Really enjoyed playing with it. You know, I need to play with it a lot more, sure. I mean, that's the running theme here, right? But yeah, really like it. I like the depth and the light and the, you know, like we got some grungy kind of, I don't know, almost like dirty looking, kind of, in a good way. Dirty in a good way. Paradise Cove from Ladybug Glow and Gourmand Girls combination. And I really like this, man. I love the greens in here in combination with the blues and also like the coral and the brown and lovely formula. And I feel like there's so much you can do with it and it makes sense. And I just think it's great. So this is staying. Milani Soft and Sultry. Now this is like OG. Oh, whoops. I shouldn't say OG. One of my subscribers left my channel because I said OG. Can't please them all. This is the like original makeup is what I'm getting at, you know, old school, like, you know, the palette that like a lot of people cut their makeup teeth on. They stopped making these, Milani did. I don't know why. This is very special in my collection because I created an eye look with this when I got married. And so I can't get rid of it. I mean, does it perform as well as it used to? No, it does not. But I just will keep it forever, even if I never ever use it again, which is my prerogative. But I probably will, I'm sure. But I will keep it because it just has a lot of sentimental, that romantic value to me. X&O Cosmetics and Beautiful Tragedy MUE Valkyrie palette. I have said this every time I show this palette, but that is my spirit animal. Like, she is who I am on the inside, I believe. This is the color story. Whoops. It's really nice. Really lovely quality. I don't hear anybody talk about X&O Cosmetics. They're a US indie brand. I think they're based in Las Vegas, I want to say. And I just love this color story. I really like these two, like icy frosty shimmers. This is just gorgeous. And I like the matte combo, like the tones and stuff. And did I say this yet? The quality is really cool. So yeah, keeping it. Midnight Haze from Blairdale MUA Cosmetics. Beautiful color story. You know, what I need to do is pair this with Castle of Horrors. I think that'd be really cool because I think the two palettes, there we go, complement each other very well. And I've had a lot of fun with this. I did do a 2 looks video with it, and I used it one other time. I think I just used that shimmer, and that was it. Like I was in a hurry to go somewhere. I just slapped that on with my finger and done and done. I don't know what the noise was that I just made with my mouth. Moving on. But yeah, I'm going to hold on to it for sure. All right, this is the El Camino palette from Ladybug Glow in collaboration with Gourmand Girls. The quality's nice. I really don't love this color story. No offense. I mean, you know, can't win them all with everybody, right? You know, of course I want to keep it in my collection because I love both brands so much, but I just don't reach for it. And I know I'm not going to because I don't really understand this color story. I'm just like, huh? So yeah, I'm going to declutter this. I'm going to give it to a home where it's going to get more use. Krampus Eve from Ladybug Glow. Isn't this the coolest? So you have this like multicolored shimmer shade in the center, and then all these various mattes around the outside. So you can do like an all matte look and put that in your inner corner, or you can put one of these mattes on your lids and then top it with this. And I've done that a couple times and it's really fun. What's also really fun is to combine this with the Krampus Continued palette. That was really cool. So, I believe Steph and I did a collab where we did that. And yeah, that was really fun. It's really interesting and different. I don't have another palette like this in my collection. So yeah, I'm going to hold on to it. Just Desserts from Ice Cream Beauty and Ladybug Glow. And I want to say that Wilma got this for me too, right? Pretty sure, right? Yeah. Gorgeous. Stunning. Love this color story. This would be fun. Did we? Okay. I think, yeah. We used these. We did a collab where we used both of these, the Vampy Treats and the Just Desserts together. That was really fun. I need to do that again. But yeah, man, really cool. I haven't even touched that shimmer or that shimmer. Come on, Conger. So yeah, this will stay. Murky Waters from Ladybug Glow. So we have this row of really flippy, metallic-y shimmers. Looks like liquid metal, looks like water. And then we have these really great matte shades down here. You know, kind of like the seaweed lagoon, and then the blue for the water, you know, and then like treasure for the dirt in the lake or the stream or the waters, whatever. The bottom of the water, body of water. Anyway, I don't need to describe stuff because I suck at it. But anyway, yeah, I love this. It's really beautiful. I want to say this was the first palette I think I got from Ladybug Glow, and I've been hooked ever since. Everyday Sparkle from Ladybug Glow. I mean, this is really fun because we've got these really beautiful, flippy, unique shimmers. That's starting to fall apart. I need to be careful. Damn it. And then we have these mattes down here. So, you know, yeah, Everyday Sparkle, sure. I mean, yeah, maybe these are everyday matte tones, neutral, but I mean, the shimmers are just woo-woo. So I need to repress that. I don't know what's going on with some of my eyeshadow palettes, but I maybe need to be a little bit calmer with them, right? But yeah, I'm going to keep it. Now, this is the Max and More blue palette, it says. This was a gift from Steph, and I have had this for a really long time, and I have never used it. It's really pretty. I just have never used it, and I feel like it's been in here long enough, and I should have used it, and I haven't yet. It's just, you know, I have a huge collection. So I'm going to declutter this. My niece is super into makeup now, like super into it, and I think she will love this. Then I have a bunch of these little Natasha Denona quints. Some of these were from Jan. Some of these were from Deb B. This is the Mini Love from Natasha Denona. I have used this, and it's super pretty. A really easy palette to put a look together with, not a lot of guesswork, really lovely quality and formula. So yeah, I'm going to hold on to it. Then I have the Mini Metropolis, and I think Deb sent this one to me. I don't remember for sure. I think so. And I think this is so cool because, you know, like I couldn't afford the big Metropolis, but having the mini one, and gifted it to me too. Yay. And I can't wait to try this. I haven't used it yet, but I think it's really great. I just want to dive right into that baby. So I'm going to hold on to it. This is the Mini Xenon. Really nice. Used this before. You know, if I had my choice, I would have asked for like a lighter silver shimmer, maybe with some sparkle in it, rather than the four mattes. But yeah, whatever. Nobody asked, and I do like it. I do like it. It's really pretty. This one is the Mini Tropic. This was from Deb B. I have not used this yet, but I will, and I'm going to hold on to it. It's beautiful. I really like greens and blues and purples, you know, fun. This is the Mini Sunset. I also believe that Deb sent this one to me as well. I have not used this yet. Beautiful warm toned shades in here, baby. So yeah, gonna keep it. This one is the Mini Glam, and this shade is broken. What is going on, man? I really don't play soccer with my palettes, okay? And I don't chuck them across the room. I don't know. But anyway, I have used this before. This was a gift from Janny. I have used this before. I love it. Really nice neutral palette, but it's, you know, great quality. This is the Mini Lila, and I will be keeping this as well. This was from Deb B. I haven't used it yet. Oh boy, but I'm going to use it, I promise. And then the final one here is the mini Zendo, and this was from Janny, and I have used this and I really like it. It's really pretty. I love like the peachy and the brown combo. Lovely. This is the Berry Quad from ColourPop. I got this for my friend Julie, like as a little tribute to her, because she is a badass and she found my channel and binged watched, I think, all of my content, and then has spoiled me rotten with sending me gifts and stuff. And so I just did a little dedication video to Julie, and I picked this up from ColourPop because she loves the brand and she loves the color pink. And it's really nice. I was impressed, really, truly, because like I said, don't always love me some pinks, but I really do love me some of this palette, so I'm going to keep it. This is the Berry M Nude and Neutral Rich palette. This was a gift from a friend of mine that lives in Sweden. I love this. I'd always wanted to try the brand. Hadn't yet. She's like, I'm sending you this palette. She sent me a few things, and it's gorgeous. Cinnamony, chocolatey, and I'm really loving my neutrals lately. So yeah, I'm going to hold on to this for sure. This is the Extraordinaries palette from Rasha B Cosmetics. This was a gift from my friend Julie, the same Julie that inspired me to get the Berry Quad from ColourPop. Gorgeous palette. I really like how to me, it's like, it's kind of like divided down the center here. We have the warm tones and then like the cooler tones over here. I love that. I think that's cool. So you can like just stick to this side if you want, and that side if you want, or you can mix and match them. Do whatever the heck you want to do. But I'm really impressed with the formula. I still cannot believe this brand is no longer, but yeah, I'm going to keep it. This is the LYS Unapologetic palette. And Julia sent this to me, and it's really nice. I've used it a couple of times. I do like it. It's just that, like, I don't grab for it. And my niece will absolutely lose her mind over this, especially because she loves LYS. She loves the fact that they make triangular makeup products, and I know she'll love the color story. And I just think it makes more sense to gift this to someone who's going to give it more use than I do. This just kind of gets lost in my collection, even though it's lovely, and I do think it's very nice quality, but I'm going to declutter it. Blowin' Smoke from ColourPop. Now, I've heard people complain about black to gray, silver color schemes, that they're boring, that why would anybody like them? They're not worth having. I disagree, man. I really love this palette. This is one of my favorites from ColourPop. It's really nicely formulated, and it's fun because you can do a really cool gradient with this palette. So I don't share that same feeling about black and gray. I mean, yeah, is it the most exciting? Not to everybody, no, but I really like it. I'm going to keep it. This is the Shimmering Sands Trio from CoverGirl, and Julia also sent this to me, and I will keep this forever. This was the palette, not this particular one, but like I repurchased this sucker probably 20 times, 30 times, who knows, maybe 50 when I was growing up and, you know, into makeup, or well, when I got into makeup, let's put it that way, because it was just so great and it worked so well. And I just, and I was talking about it in a video and she goes, I have it. I'm going to send it to you. And I will always treasure this. I did a video with it. It was fun. I mean, you know, I have more experience now with lots of different brands, so the quality is kind of, but I don't care. It's just the nostalgia of it. So yeah, I'm going to keep it. Star Wars Mandalorian palette. This was a gift from my friend Tara. She sent this to me. Isn't this cool? I love the shades in here. Yes, this did break, but who cares? It's just really nice. Love the quality. I do. And I love the color story, and I love the Bubby. Little Bubby. ColourPop Dallas Mavericks palette. I'm going to keep this. I just think it's a really cool color story. And I really like this shimmer right here. This Mavs shade. That's one of the main reasons why I'm going to keep it. That is really nice too. But yeah, man, I haven't used this more. I have used it, but I was going to say I haven't used it more than probably twice. But I know, I'm keeping it. High Tide from ColourPop. I'm going to keep this too. I love it. I love teals. Beautiful formulation, I feel like, and can create a beautiful gradient. It's my pleasure. Love this palette. I don't remember the last time I used it. And now that I have the Rocha palette from Natasha Denona, I'm not going to keep this. It's shocking because I really do love this palette, but I'm not going to keep this. There's just no reason for me to. I mean, I've had fun, but it's time to go to a different home. Flutterby from ColourPop. This doesn't work as well as it used to, but you know what? I created an eye look with this for my daughter's wedding, and I'm not going to get rid of it because it's got that sentimental value to me, and it is really pretty. It's very romantic, very, I don't know what, but I really love it. I do. It doesn't perform like it used to, but whatever. I'm going to keep it. That's Taupe from ColourPop. Okay. I don't remember the last time I used this. It's really easy to put looks together with it, but it's aging, and I think my niece would really like it. It's shocking to me too that I'm going to do this, but I'm going to declutter it, you guys. I really am. I have the Stone Cold Fox, and I just feel like it's time. You know, I've had fun with this, sure, absolutely, but it needs to go to a different home, so I'm going to declutter it. Boston Celtics. Now, this is my favorite basketball team of all time. I do think these two shades don't belong in here. I cannot get rid of this, man. There's no way. I really like it. It's a really nice quality palette, and I love Boston Celtics, okay? So for that reason alone, and because I love grains, I'm keeping it. Dream Street, ColourPop in collaboration with Kathleen Lights. Now, this was the very first true eyeshadow palette that my daughter gifted me, and this started me on my whole journey into loving makeup as much as I do now. I don't know why. I panned several of the shades. I was scared to death to use the teals. I have used them. They're gorgeous. I don't know, stuck with more of the neutral tones in here, of course. But yeah, man, not going anywhere. I almost kind of like want to put this in like a glass case. I've said that multiple times. This is the Uoma Beauty Coming to America palette. And Steph sent this to me, and it's beautiful. The color story does make me go, huh? A little bit, just because like these two shades. But I've used it a couple of times, and it's really nice. Part of me thinks I should declutter it, and then a bigger part of me says, no, hold on to it, play with it some more. So I'm going to. The Bard palette from Fantasy Cosmetica. This was a gift from Julie, and this was when I fell in love with this brand, was with this palette. Isn't it pretty? The shimmers are just stunning. The mattes are super nice. You know, you can go monochromatic. You can get real funky in a good way with this palette, which I have yet to do, but I have plans. I just need some more eyelids and some more days of the week, okay? I have the 3 Allure palettes from Juvia's Place that Janny sent to me. This is the Allure 1. I haven't used this one yet. It's so pretty. I'm gonna hold on to that one. Then I have the Allure 2. I have used this one. Really neat, and I like it because it's got like more of like the dirtier blues in here, you know? Like just a little bit richer, a little bit, you know, yeah. And then the third one here, Allure 3, look at that. I haven't used that one yet either. I love this pop of blue. Then I have these 2 Grease and Makeup Revolution palettes that Andy sent me. Andy does stuff. We have the T-Birds palette and the Pink Ladies palette. I did use these together in a video. It's really fun. So here's the color stories. I used more shades out of this one than this one for that look, but you know, look turned out really great. Loved it. I really like the quality. I know everybody bitches about Makeup Revolution, and yeah, some other palettes aren't the greatest, but these 2 are really good. And then I have the Warlock palette from Fantasy Cosmetica. Look at that beauty. Such a unique color story. It's beautiful. The shimmers are so nice. The mattes are really cool too. Fun. Love. This is the Ladybug Glow palette. And I think this was the second palette I got from this brand. Now, the color story is a little intimidating to me. I basically just stick to monochromatic looks with this, okay? I do need to jump out of that comfort zone, get a little bit more wild and crazy. But I mean, the shimmers are just stunning, and the mattes are super saturated and blendable and just awesome. So yeah, I'm going to hold on to this. This is the Magical Creation palette from Ladybug Glow. When I tell you I have all of her palettes, I think I have all of her palettes. Beautiful 5-pan palette, very beautifully curated. You know, everything goes together. It's super gorgeous, so fun. The shimmers are just stunning and sparkly and just awesome, and the mattes are really nice too. And I love the fact that there's only the 2 mattes and then the 3 shimmers. What I would have liked too is to have maybe 1 more matte and have it be a little lighter, but okay, no one asked. Pond Lily from Ladybug Glow. Absolutely stunning color story. One of my faves from this brand, although I could say that about all of their palettes, right? Just think it's fun, and I've had a lot of fun putting looks together with it, of course. And the shimmers are just awesome. Thick, buttery, don't move, don't crease. The shimmer, or the mattes, I mean, pigmented, blendable. Love this color story. I think it's really unique and fun and different. This is the Club Nebula that Kaleidos did in collaboration with Angelica Nikovist. And this is the first real like fancy pants palette that I ever got for myself. And so this has a very special place in my heart. You know, it's older. This shimmer is starting to look a little different than it used to. Everything else looks great in here. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. I haven't used this in a really long time. I did do like a throwback Thursday with it not too long ago, but long enough. So yeah, I need to pull this puppy out and use it. It's beautiful. I just can't ever get rid of it. I just can't. I just feel like that would be a really dumb decision to get rid of this palette. This is the Cara Beauty Life of the Fiesta palette. And this is just stunning. And I love this brand. I used to like use their palettes all the time, rave about them, and I don't really know why I stopped. I don't know. I just got into other brands, I guess, but very affordable, I would say, and lovely quality. Do you know the last time I used this? It's been probably 3.5 or more years. So I'm not keeping this. I'm going to declutter it. It breaks my heart to declutter this because like this was one, I think this was like the second palette I filmed with on my channel, right? So it's got that nostalgicness to it, but no, I am going to declutter it. This is the Clara Cosmetics Bondi palette that Steph sent to me. I think it was just a little too neutral for her, and I've used it once and it's really nice, but it's just not one that I reach for often. And I know Sydney, my daughter, Steph's niece, would absolutely lose her mind over this palette. She just said to me the other day, Mom, I need some more blue and green eyeshadows. And there's blue and green in here and neutrals, and Sydney likes that combo. So yeah, I'm going to gift this to her. I think Steph would be totally fine with her niece getting this palette. This is the Floresta palette from Ladybug Glow. This is so beautiful. I love how this palette is arranged. I love the various tones in here. This yellow shimmer is to die for. I will definitely be keeping this. Culture 2 from Juvia's Place. I got this palette with the gift card that Andy gave me for my birthday. And this is gorgeous. Really lovely palette. Lovely quality. I like all the fun tones you have in here. I haven't done nearly enough with this beauty, but I'm going to keep it. Jolie Beauty Ozzy Osbourne palette. I have done a couple videos with this recently. And then I did a 3 looks makeup and artist style video with it. And it's just absolutely incredible. This shadow, I don't love that. Okay, I don't love that formula because it's just too flaky for me. So I might just scoop that out and toss it, which some of you might be like screaming at me not to do that. But I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I love this. This is such a beautiful red shimmer. That is, I mean, all the shimmers in here, except I just don't love that one, are just incredible. And I really like the mattes too. Really like the mattes. And this one's really fun because it's more of like a satiny shade. I don't know, just the coolest. And I love Ozzy. I miss him dearly. The Carnival from Jolie Beauty, cool outer packaging. And this was the first palette I picked up from this brand, and I was kind of on the fence about the matte formula. Love the shimmer formula, but the matte formula, But I got more used to it, and now I really like it. There's tons of shadows I still need to use out of here. But yeah, this is not going anywhere. This is the I Heart Revolution Tasty Avocado palette, and I'm going to tell you right now I'm decluttering this, even though it's really hard for me to do that because I love this palette and it's been really fun to play with. And this is when I first really realized how much I love green eyeshadows, but this is just so old. I never reach for it anymore. I think my niece would really enjoy playing with it. It's hard because I really like it. But yeah, I just don't ever use it anymore. So it's silly for it to sit here and just gather dust. This is the IBY Enlighten palette. And it's pretty tame, pretty soft, pretty subtle. But man, there are a couple shimmers in here that are pretty jaw-dropping. These two, especially. And IBY makes a really nice eyeshadow, you guys. I've been really impressed with how well, I've only used it like twice, but I was really impressed with how it performed. And I used to have their like, what was it, Desert Vibes or something palette, I guess. I decluttered that one, but because I just wasn't using it. But yeah, I mean, nice quality. I'm going to hold on to this one too. I know I probably shouldn't, but I just, yeah, I'm going to. This is the Iconic London Treat Yourself eyeshadow palette. I have yet to use this. This was a gift from Charlie. And I've really wanted to try the Iconic London eyeshadow formula. And I don't know. I have a huge collection, so this one kind of gets swallowed up. But I'm going to hold on to this, and I'm going to play with it and see what I think. Because I think that's important to at least give it a shot and see what I think of it. I think it's lovely. It kind of reminds me like of an ice cream shop. I don't know why. Just does. But yeah, I will try this soon. I promise. This is the Glaminatrix Cosmetics Nearly Natural palette that Jess sent to me of Casa Beauty. Stunning. Thrilled that she sent this to me. I was very touched that she did, and a brand I'd always wanted to try, but for whatever reason I hadn't yet. And this is just stunning. The shimmers are so sparkly and the mattes are just lovely. If you're looking for a beautiful neutral palette, if this is still available, I say snag it, baby. I'm going to keep this. The Mercury Retrograde from Huda Beauty. This was a gift from DW, Dub's Beauty Diary. I had always wanted this palette. I was whining and crying and bitching about it. And we had done a collab together, and she's like, I have it and I don't use it. Do you want it? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Yes. It is so beautiful, you guys. It's so beautiful. I've used it like 3 times, and oh, I just love it. I love it. Gourmand Girls Say L'Amour palette. This definitely says love in a palette for sure. This shade We, and this one Feminine. I haven't used all the shadows in here, but I'm going to keep this because, you know, it's perfect for Valentine's Day. It's perfect for date night. It's just a very love-filled palette, and it's really nice quality for sure. The Ethereal palette from Gourmand Girls. This is an all shimmer palette. Duochrome, multichrome, metallic, deliciousness. I will never get rid of this. I have used it several times, but I could use it several more, of course. And it's just stunning. The quality is so good. I love the tones in here. It's really, really fun, and it's fun to pull in with like an all matte palette. So I will keep this. The Icy Cherry palette from Glamlight. Now, okay, as much as I've bitched about reds and pinks, I really do like this. And the thing that I will say is that, yeah, I mean, most of them pull pretty pink, but like these 2 mattes pull pretty red. And I feel like because I got rid of the Cherry on Top palette, I'm going to keep this one. This was a gift from Cece or Deb. I don't know. And I apologize for not knowing that information. But yeah, this is staying in my collection. Glamlight Dirty Martini. I absolutely adore this palette. This is such a wonderful quality. I love the earthy grungy. I love the fact that there's not just greens, that there's some other fun stuff in here too. Definitely says Dirty Martini, baby. So I will keep this. And then I have the Icy Blue Raspberry from Glamlight. This is stunning. You guys, I know I have the Blue Moon, I have the Dallas Mavericks, I have the Midnight, I have the I'm keeping this. I am. It's gorgeous. I'm not ready to get rid of it yet. I've used it a couple of times and it's absolutely stunning. It really is. Now I'm thinking maybe I should get rid of the Blue Moon. Ooh, I don't know. But yeah, I am going to keep this. Then I have the Scooby-Doo palettes from Glamlight. This is the Creeps and Crawls. This is Rut Row Raggy. Beautiful. Love this. Love this too. If I can, I'll open them both up so you can see them. I've used these together before. That was really fun. Now, I've heard people say like they wish that it had some lighter tones in it. And yeah, I can see that for sure. You know, but I don't know, man. Best quality from Glamlight that I have in my collection. That's for damn sure. I will never get rid of these. Frosted Flakes from Glamlight. This was on sale, and I just thought it would be fun to have blue and oranges together. And it is really fun to have blue and oranges together. I did a cut crease, really fun, and used the oranges and blues together because I thought if I start blending those two together, it's going to get real muddy. So doing the cut crease technique, I felt like really helped, and it was fun, and I liked how it turned out. So yeah, this will definitely stay in my collection. Rick and Morty palette from Glamlight. Damn, look at that. Ooh, so beautiful. And Wilma and I have talked about doing a collab with this beauty. But I have some pretty big changes coming on my channel. So I don't know if that will happen or not. But yeah, I love the color story, and I think it's wonderful quality, just as good as the Scooby-Doo. Absolutely. And I've used it, need to use it more. But yeah, this is going nowhere. Kiss. Whoa, Kiss. Isn't that cool? From Glamlight. This is really nice. Now, when I first used it, I was like, I don't know if I like it. Nonsense. I love it. It's beautiful. It just took me a couple uses before I could wrap my head. I don't know why. I just get like that. I get weird sometimes with palettes. But yeah, this is just incredible. One of Glamlight's best, I would say. I mean, I don't have all their palettes, okay? But one of the best I have in my collection anyway from Glamlight. And I do think it says Kiss. I think it says Rock and Roll. And then finally from Glamlight, I have the Cake palette. And this is really fun to have in my collection. But I have decided that I'm going to declutter it because I have my reasons. So I'm going to declutter this palette. It's beautiful, but I think it needs to go to a better home. Okay, so I'm down to 2 more shelves with palettes on them to show you. Okay, starting off with the Natasha Denona Rocha palette. And I absolutely adore this. And, you know, I heard a lot of people complain that this wasn't purple enough. And yeah, sure. There's a lot of pink, but purple leaning, I would say. And I also heard people complain about the color story because they didn't like it, but they got the palette anyway. I'm like, well, did you not see the color story? I think this is gorgeous. My husband bought this for me as was it birthday or Christmas? I don't remember. But anyway, I really enjoy it. I did a 4 looks video with it, just showing like the different things you could do with it. And then I've used it a couple other times. Well, I filmed another video with it, and then I used it just in my free time, didn't film. But yeah, man, it's gorgeous. The shimmers are just, I just silky smooth. The mattes are just incredible. Now this one, no, wait, is it this one? One of these, I can't remember if it's this one or that one, is a little dry, but I mean, it works really well. And I love, like, this is really flippy. That's really flippy. This is too. I mean, it's just really pretty, really just a very pretty purpley pink palette. So I will be keeping it. Nabla Soul Blooming palette. This was a gift from Steph. And I really like it. I don't use this a ton, but I have used it a few times, and I think it's really pretty. And the cool thing is you've got this really flippy shimmer here and here. This is very beautiful, subtle, but like this beautiful pinky sheen on your eyelids. This is really nice. That's a lovely shimmer. That's a satin. And then we've got these mattes too. And I think it all works really well together too. You know, you've got the neutrals, but then you've got really fun pops of color, like, you know, the purpley and the pink. Yeah, man, I'm going to hold on to this. Nabla makes a really lovely eyeshadow formula for sure. This is the Yasmin palette from Miali Beauty. This brand started off as Blush Tribe and then morphed into Miali Beauty. And I just used this the other day, and it's so beautiful. Of course, the brand is no longer in business, so this is no longer available. But I mean, I feel like most people, I mean, I guess depending on the size of their collection, could probably do the mattes at least. These 2 shimmers are really unique. I use both of these together in the look that I just did with this, and then I put that in my inner corners. And then I put, like, I think this shade, and then these 2 shades, I want to say. Yeah, I have not used that shimmer. That one's really nice, but I still need to use that one. I just think the fieriness of it, but it also has some grunge to it. You know, I haven't used this really on my channel. Maybe once, I don't know, because it's not available. And I really do try not to, like, focus on palettes that you can't just go get. But I'm really happy that I have this in my collection. It's old, but it works still really well. Like I said, I just used it the other day, so I'm going to hold on to it. This is the Moira Daydreams palette, and this came in a ice cream beauty box. And, you know, I didn't have a lot of high expectations for this, but I was really impressed. I mean, of course, there's shades out of this I haven't used yet, but the shimmers are really nice, and the mattes are really nice too. Now, I do have colors like this elsewhere in my collection. For sure, I could easily dupe this. I could. But, you know, I like the quality of it. And I just want to keep playing with this. Like, when I look at it, I'm inspired. So I do want to keep it. Sugar High from Menagerie. Isn't that cute? And this is such a beautiful palette. you know, it's like rainbow, but it's more condensed. And the shimmers are that metallic, vibrant, in your face, no holds barred, not joking around. And then the mattes are really lovely too. And I really enjoy the liquid lipstick formula from this brand. I will say that's my favorite liquid lipstick formula. I mean, I know we're not talking about lipsticks right now, but really impressed with the quality of the products that this brand puts out. I will hold on to this, of course. The Melt Amor y Mariposas palette. This was a gift from Andy. This is my Andy Girl Mimi palette because my mom passed away almost 10 years ago. And so we believe that she has become a butterfly. So this has a lot of like sentimental value to me because it reminds me of my mom, but also because Andy gave it to me and I adore Andy. I think this is such a wonderful color story. I love the greens and then the neutrals. We've got like orangey, rusty, reddish, browny, purple, kind of a wine red. I think it's great. I think this is a perfect color story for fall. I mean, any time of the year, but especially for fall. And I have gotten some other melt palettes that I have decluttered because I just wasn't a huge fan of the formula. But this one, I'm a huge fan of the formula, so I'll keep it. This is the Martine Cosmetics 669 palette. I love the packaging. It's so fancy and cool. And this color story is just that vampy, grungy, deep, awesome. I just love this. And I've done an old school tag team video with it and other videos, and I just adore it. And I have that weird thing where I want to use it all the time, but then I also don't want to because I want it to stay perfect. It's not, I mean, stupid. So yeah, you know, I've always had lots of plans for this, and it's older, but the shadows still perform really well. I didn't use it all that awful long ago. I created a look with it. I didn't take any pictures, didn't film it or anything, but really happy with it. This is a really fun brand, so I'll hold on to this. And like I said, I love the packaging. It's really fancy. This is the Giant Wolves palette from Odin's Eye in collaboration with Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. And I love how this opens like a book. I know I always say that. I love this. I heard people say some negative things about it, and I'm like, what? I don't have anything negative to say about it. I love the shimmers. This one especially. It's like that iridescent, like, you know, like when oil spills on the ground and it's got that swirly, colorful stuff. That's what that looks like on the eyelids. It's so beautiful. And I really like the mattes. And I just think this is an interesting color story. There's lots you can do with it. Love that shimmer too. These are beautiful. This is very flippy. And then this is, you know, that deeper tone. I love this. I'm going to keep it. The Nomad Royal Europe palette. Oh, I think this is one of the most beautiful color stories in my collection, and also one of the most beautiful color stories that Nomad has ever put together. I love the row of shimmers down here. They're all very unique and flippy and fun, and I just think this is great. You know, like you can do like monochromatic by column, or you can mix and match, obviously. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun playing with this. You know, got plans for this baby too. I'm gonna hold on to it. Nomad Iceland Fire and Ice palette. This was a gift from Steph, I think for my birthday or for Christmas. I can't remember for sure. I don't know. I didn't want to get this because I felt like the color story was very bizarre for me. But Steph loved this palette so much. She's like, just trust me. I'm going to send it to you. I really think you're going to like it. And she's so right. This is such a unique color story that like I said, I was intimidated by. But the more I've played with it, I'm not intimidated by it anymore. And you can do all kinds of fun stuff with it. You can get really creative with this color story, or you can do monochromatic. The shimmers are just stunning, thick, opaque, buttery. The mattes are blendable, pigmented. One of Nomad's best quality palettes, I would say. So yes, this will be going nowhere. The Nomad Tokyo Harajuku. You know, ever since I got this palette, I've wanted to do this, that, and the other thing with it. And pastels are just hard for me. But the reason why I've kept this palette for as long as I have, because I've had was this the first palette I got from this brand? Nah, I think it was the second one. I keep this palette around because of these shimmers down here. This looks pink, but on the eyelids, it's like an icy blue. It's the coolest thing. You know, they're all just gorgeous. It's just the mattes. I mean, I do like them. These are satins and these are like true mattes. And I have used this a good handful of times. I think what Jan taught me about this palette is that it's better as like a companion palette. And I Really want to like make this a companion palette with tons of different palettes in my collection, but haven't done it yet. And you know, it makes sense that I would declutter it, but honestly, I am going to hold on to it for the time being. This is the Nomad Cloud Forest palette that Janny Boo sent to me. Look at that little sloth there. Now, I thought about picking up this palette on my own, but the color story seemed a little far out for me. But then I do have a lot of far out color stories in my collection. But I'm telling you, I'm thrilled she sent it. The greens in here are stunning. And as a green eyeshadow lover, I really don't understand why I never picked this up on my own. But I'm thrilled that Jan sent it to me. You know, so far I have done like 3 or 4 looks with it, and I kind of stuck more to monochromatic type looks, but I do want to get funky in a good way with this palette, but it's really a nice quality palette. And I think, I know it was on sale. Did they discontinue this? I don't remember. Anyway, I am going to keep it. Witch City Salem palette. I got this whole collection, right? I got the lippies that go with it. I think that was the whole collection. Oh, wait, let's see isn't that cool? And this is just stunning. The shimmers in here are just immaculate. The mattes are super nice. I love the varying tones. You know, this is very fall. This is very winter, I feel like. I think I did a 2 looks video with it, and I split it in half. So I did a look with these shades, and then I did a look with these shades. And, you know, that's probably the easy road out, but whatever. I just wanted to play with the palette and had a lot of fun. And really impressed with the formula, for sure. Yeah, keeping it. This is the NYX Ultimate Utopia palette. Now, I've had this for a really long time. I got it at Target. And I've had a lot of plans to do stuff with this, and I haven't. It's just sitting in my collection and not getting any use. I do think it's a wonderful quality palette. I think it's beautiful, but if I'm honest, I have all these shades elsewhere that I do reach for more often than I mean, it's hard for me to say this because I do want to play with this. I just don't, for whatever reason. So I am going to declutter this. Yeah, I know it's the end of an era, but I'm going to declutter it. Then I have the Nomad Pacific Northwest palette, and I am a native Oregonian, and this palette just speaks to my soul as an Oregonian. It is so beautiful. It's got all of the aspects of the Pacific Northwest: coast, mountains, forests, all of it, or maybe mountains, forest, coast, I don't know. But yeah, man, it's so beautiful. I did a 4 looks video with it. I love the looks that I put together, love the quality of all the shades. It's just stunning. And that's why I decluttered the e.l.f. Earth and Ocean, because I feel like this is just a much better quality, and it's got all the shades that I think say Oregon. So yeah, this is going nowhere. Nomad Whistler Snow Lodge. Ooh, pretty, pretty. Yeah, really lovely quality. Love this color story. It's just so pretty. I really find it like a home feeling type palette when I look at this. You know, like it just, I feel like, oh yeah, I can do tons of stuff with that. You know, like some color stories you're like, I don't know, but this one I know. So yeah, this will stay in my collection for sure. And then I think this is my last Nomad. This is the New Zealand Stargazing, and this is now my favorite Nomad palette. I used to have the Berlin Underground, and that was my favorite, but that had some yucky memories attached to it, and I did declutter it, and Steph kind of not goaded me. She got this palette, and I'm like, what do you think of? Oh, she had a look on her eyelids. We were talking on video call, and I said, what do you have on your eyelids? She's like, the New Zealand Stargazing, and I'm like, oh. She's like, sis, I think you'd love it. So I sprung for it, and I do. I love it. The shimmers in here are just mind-blowingly gorgeous, flippy and metallic and liquid metal, and you know, all the things I love. Thick, opaque, buttery, and then the mattes are really lovely too. And I like the array of tones in here too. Beautiful, keeping it. This is the LA Girl Pro Mastery palette, and I've had this for a really long time too. And I think it's gorgeous. And I have thought about decluttering it because this isn't something I reach for a lot, but I do really like the color story, and I feel like I don't have a ton of like wine shades in my collection. Do I need a ton? I don't know. It's an affordable palette. It works great. It's got tones in here that I love. And I think I'm going to keep it, you guys. Yeah, I am going to hold on to this. Yeah, I am. This is an indie brand called Lena Lashes. This is the B palette. And I saw Nikki Raven use this on her channel, and I'm like, oh, I want to try the brand. I got the palette and I love it, although I haven't really used it a whole lot. I've used it like 3 times, I think. I don't know. I have plans. I don't carry out the plans. I feel like I have this color story elsewhere that I reach for more often, or would reach for first for whatever reason. I just think it's such a cool laid out palette, you know, like such an interesting, unique layout of this palette. And I like how, you know, it opens like this, got this little pull tabby thing here that you hold on to. And I'm going to make the smart decision that makes the most sense for my collection. I'm going to declutter this. Oh my gosh, but I am. The Lethal Cosmetics Evergreen palette. Isn't that just stunning? This was my first try with Lethal, and I was just blown away by the quality. And then I made that singles palette that I showed earlier. Just love this. I love the color story. I love the quality. Very impressed with Lethal for sure. This is the Makeup Revolution Foil Frenzy Hybrid palette, and I have not used this yet. I had another one that I had used called the, I don't know what it was called. I decluttered it, but I probably should just declutter this because I haven't used it. But I honestly, I want to keep it because the other palette performed really well. I mean, I was really impressed, and so I don't really know how this palette performs yet. So this is one that needs to just stay on my desk, and I need to use it. I'm not going to get rid of this yet. And they're all, well, that's, I don't know if that's a matte necessarily. That's more of like a satin. But yeah, I mean, the other one I had, can't remember now what it was called, but it was really thick, opaque, buttery, you know. So I'm going to try it. And if I don't like it, I'll declutter it, but I'm going to hold on to it for now. This is the Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening palette from Mandy Makeup. And this outer packaging is really pretty. So fun. And then this color story. I mean, isn't that perfect for the holidays? It's gorgeous. This shimmer here, this one here, this, I mean, all of them, okay? They're stunning. And the mattes are really nice too. And I love the fact that this has more shimmers than mattes. I really like that a lot. It makes me happy. Sparkly and flippy and just so beautiful. Very impressed with the products that Mandy Makeup puts out. So this will be going nowhere either. Now this looks like a hot mess. This is the Mission Triple X palette from Martine Cosmetics. The outer packaging just unglued and came off, so I just tossed it. But it's gorgeous. I think this is such a fun, unique color story. And it's got names from the Alien movies in it, which I think is really neat. I did do my old school tag team collab, or not collab, 2 looks video using this and the Martine 669, and that was really fun. And I did a really interesting cut crease using just different colors together, and I loved how that look turned out. That's one of my favorite looks I've ever done. Just thought it was awesome. So yeah, this will be staying in my collection. Ladybug Glow Galaxia Magica palette. Gorgeous. I love this. This is such a fun palette, and the quality is impeccable. I just love the varying tones in here. It's just not your typical eyeshadow palette, you know, like it makes you go, huh, that's interesting. Let me look more into that. Let me play with that. So yeah, I need to do that soon. I have done looks with all of my Ladybug Glow palettes on my channel, but it's been a hot minute since I've used this. So yeah, I'm not going to get rid of this ever. And this is the Criatura palette from Ladybug Glow. Love how this is laid out. We've got this row of beautiful flippy shimmers and then a row of mattes, I think this is such a unique combination of tones, and super impressed with the quality of this palette. I will keep this forever and ever. Even if it rots, I'm going to keep it forever, which I don't anticipate it doing that. But yeah, I love this. It's just very special, and I think the outer packaging is so cute. So I have one more round of palettes here, and then we're all done. This is the Ofra Lotus palette that my friend Julia sent me. I think it's really cute packaging. I had never tried a palette from this brand. It's really nice. I mean, I've only used it once, but it's really nice. Very subtle, very neutral, but some nice pops of color in here. I do, though, feel like my daughter would use this more than I have. So I'm going to give this to her because I just think she'd get more use out of it. It's not that I don't like it. I like it a lot. It's beautiful. It's just, you know, I just don't ever, I kind of forget I have it, honestly. So I just think it needs to go to a better home. The Hella palette that Odin's Eye did in collaboration with Angelica Nikivist. This is so gorgeous. This is a gift from Christine, and I really like it a lot. I did think that the color story was a little disjointed. That's why I didn't pick it up. But After using it and creating looks with it, I don't feel like it's disjointed at all. And it's got some beautiful greens and some earthy grungy. And then we got the pinks that I think is really cool. And then these kind of darker like brown. And this shade is one of the most beautiful eyeshadows in my collection. It's so pretty. So yeah, I'm going to hold on to it. This is the Sea Talk palette from Odin's Eye in collaboration with Lauren May. And this was a gift from Jen Beauty. And I've only used it once, but it's so beautiful. And this is one of those mysterious shades that looks pink in the palette, but on your eyelids it flips to like a blue shade. And it, you know, it is kind of like rainbowy, I would say, but they're kind of like muted. And I just want to play with this more because, like I said, I only used it the one time. And I just want to use it again. So yeah, it's lovely quality. So yeah, I'm going to keep it. The Yamoja palette from OPV Beauty. Love the outer packaging. So sexy. And this was a gift from Steph. She's like, I like it, but she's not a neutrals fan. So she's like, I will send this to you. And I'm like, awesome. And I really like it. I love the size of the pans. I love the color story. It's earthy, grungy, neutral, but pops of color. Like this blue is really fun that it's in there. I haven't used it in quite some time, but I'm gonna hold on to it. I want to keep this in my collection for sure. Now this bad boy, this is the P. Louise Watch the Queen Conquer palette. This was a gift, and you open it up and it's got like this cool chessboard, and then each side has its own unique color story. So on this side, we've got my fave side. It's got the, you know, earthy, grungy, obviously reds, oranges, golds, kind of olivey greens, browns. And this shade here, Victory, oh man, gorgeous. I love how they all have different like imprints or embossments in the shades. It's really cool. And then on this side is more pink and purple. Well, it is pink and purple. And I just love this, man. There's no way I can get rid of this. This was my favorite palette for a very long time. And it's definitely up in the top 5 to 10 for sure. I mean, you can do tons of stuff with it. And it's lovely quality. And again, all the different little embossments or imprints or whatever. So cool. This is the Pinky Rose Cosmetics 80s Baby palette. And Andy gifted this to me. We did a collab with this and it's really nice. It's a really nice palette. I just don't ever reach for it. And I know that my niece or my stepdaughter, but probably my niece, would lose her mind over this palette. So while I do enjoy it, I think it's gorgeous. I just think it needs to go to somebody that's going to use it more. So I'm going to give it to her. But I was very appreciative of Andy that she sent this to me, and our collab was super fun, super fun. This is the Queen Nubia Cosmetics Fall For Me eyeshadow palette. This is a Black-owned indie brand that I discovered through Instagram and just fell in love with her products. And this is such a beautiful palette. I don't remember the last time I used this, and I just think it needs to go to a home where someone's going to give it a lot more love. I mean, I do think it's really nice. It's just not something I reach for anymore for some reason. I don't know. Kind of forget that it's on my shelf. And I actually, that shade looks like it might be turning a little bit. So I don't know. I'll dig into that shade, see what's going on. But I do think it's time for this to go to a better home and someone will use it more than I do. This is the Evolution palette by Queen Nubia. And I think it's beautiful. The pressed glitters though, especially that one, that's pretty chunky. I won't use. I have used this a couple of times. It's very nice. It's just not one that I reach for very often anymore. I mean, I haven't used this in probably 3 years, 3+ years. I don't have anything against it. It's a beautiful palette, very bright, vibrant mattes. It's only got the 2 shimmers, but like you can layer them over the mattes, which is really cool. And I know my niece would lose her poo over this palette, so I'm going to gift it to her for sure. Now this is the Poppy and Fluff Cosmetics Indigo Dreams palette. This is my best friend and sister's brand, UK indie brand. This is her first release. It's just gorgeous. I love this. This is one of the most unique color stories I've ever seen, and I love how all the shadows perform. This one is not as bold as, I mean, it's light green, but out of all the shades in here, you know, that's not necessarily my favorite shade in my collection, but these shimmers and like these two matte, I mean, they're like that cream to powder formula that are just effortless to blend and apply. I love that there's a black matte in here. These 2 shimmers and this, even that's really sparkly. And then this one's really flippy. So is that one. This is just beautiful. That buttery opaque quality. Oops, I'm making my phone shake. Sorry. So this, of course, will be staying in my collection. I did a 4 looks video, I think, with it already. And then I've used it a couple other times and I just adore it. It's very special to me. This is the Rock and Roll Beauty Ozzy Osbourne palette. Yeah, baby. Now, look at Ozzy. Now, this isn't necessarily the best quality palette that's in my collection, but I will never get rid of this. Ozzy Osbourne is very special to me, and I do like the shadows in here. Some of them don't perform as great as some of the other shadows in my collection, all, you know, obviously, or is it obvious? I don't know. They just don't, and that's okay. You know, that's okay. But I'm really happy I held on to it. What I will say is that like this shimmer here, this shimmer, this one are just stunning. This one, you know, it's a little chalky. So is that one. But the mattes are really nice too. They blend beautifully. They apply beautifully. I'm happy with it. It's just, you know, a couple of the shades aren't, you know, totally blowing my socks off, but I'm going to hold on to it for sure, forever. This is the Rock and Roll Beauty Def Leppard palette. Yes, I'm a huge Def Leppard fan. This is the album cover of the Hysteria album, which in my opinion is Def Leppard's best album. Like I've mentioned, I didn't necessarily think this color story screamed Def Leppard when I first saw it. I thought it was too tame, but I do really like it. And I do feel like I've created some beautiful looks with this. I did a purple and brown look with it, which I thought turned out really cool. And I do know that like this brand got absorbed by Makeup Revolution, and then I don't know if they even sell this stuff anymore on their website. I don't care. I love this. I'm thrilled that I have it. And as a Def Leppard fan, it's just fun to have it in my collection. This is the Sample Beauty, the Jewel Toned palette. And these two shimmers, Moonstone and Diaspora, are two of the most beautiful shimmers I have ever laid on my eyelids. And, you know, it's kind of to the detriment of the rest of the palette because I still haven't used these two. I've used these two finally. The mattes are really nice. They're, you know, easy to apply and blend and all the goods. But like these two shimmers, man, they're just jaw-droppingly gorgeous. Now, this brand, I think, is only sold on the Beauty Bay website now, I want to say. But if it's still around and you like the color story, I'd pick it up, you guys. I would. It's really nice. Then I have these two palettes from Sample Beauty. This is the Immensity palette. This is the Hydrographic palette. Steph sent these to me. These are all mattes, rainbow mattes, really fun. And then this is green, blue, and purple, mostly mattes, but like this is a satin, and that's a satin, and that's a satin, yeah. And really lovely quality. And, you know, you can go real bold with these two palettes. This is the Rain palette from Sample Beauty. Now, when I saw pictures of this online, it looked like olive green and like burgundy. So when I got it, I'm like, that's not what that is. But the picture, that's what it looked like. But I really like it. It's got the rusts and the browns and like the terracotta and really lovely quality. I use this, I think I used this in my Billy Idol makeup and artists video, and I loved how the look turned out. So I'm going to hold on to it. This is the What's Up Beauty Dragon Eye. Isn't that cool packaging? Now I'm telling you, the shimmers in here blow your socks off, and the mattes are really nice too. I do kind of I felt like the mattes were a little too tame for the shimmers, but honestly, after using it, the mattes are really nice. They're really pretty and they work really well. I still have not used this shimmer nor that shimmer. So need to do that. But yeah, this will not leave my collection. It's just gorgeous. The shimmer formula is just top notch, I tell you. This is the Wander Beauty, was the Trailblazer palette, and Charlie, Peanut Butter Beauty, she sent this to me, and I love it. Like, you know, at first I was like, yeah, it's pretty, but I kind of already have this color story elsewhere, so I'll give it a try, see what I think, and I was really impressed, like super impressed. This shimmer is just gorgeous, and I know I have this color in my collection probably a few times over, but I don't know, I like this combo together in a palette. And I liked how it performed, so I'm going to hold on to it. This is the My Atlantis from W7. This is duping the Huda Beauty. Oh, what the hell is it duping? I don't remember. I've been told what it's duping so many frickin' times, and I never can remember the crap. What is it? I don't know. Somebody in the comment section, go ahead and school me again on that. This is really pretty. I mean, I'm sure it's not as great a quality as the Huda Beauty palette that it's duping. Like this shimmer's a little, yeah, you know, not the greatest. And I will never use that shade because it just looks weird. I don't even know what the hell it is. I should try it, but I don't know. This kind of gives me the skeeves. I'm like, no. But this is gorgeous. That's really fun because it's got that like variegated swirly stuff. So does that one. And I like the mattes. And I like the color story. So I'm going to hold on to it. This is the Zoeva Matte Spectrum palette that Steph gifted to me. And I know I have these tones elsewhere, but I like having all of these together. It's really fun to use with like an all shimmer palette or my single shimmers. I like the fact that they're like more muted tones and they work really well. So this will stay. This is the X&O Cosmetics Always Be a Sunflower in a Field, spelled wrong, of Pricks. Now this is the coolest thing because look, it just comes off. It's like magnetized. And isn't that such a cool color story? I love it. It reminds me of summer and spring, and it's bright and vibrant, but it's also got some depth and really nice quality for these shadows. Really nice. I really like X&O Cosmetics. There's a US indie brand. I've already talked about them with the Valkyrie palette, but yeah, man, I'm going to keep it. Then we have the X&O Cosmetics Candy Shop palette. So cute. And I did do like a 2 or 3 looks video with this, and I used it another time, and this shade here, Jolly. So gorgeous. I love the vibrancy, all the different tones. Definitely says candy. To me, it looks like chiclets, the gum, you know. I just love this. Such a lovely quality palette. Super cute packaging. This is the Wicked Sisters New Wave Collection palette. This is a brand that I had just seen and I wanted to try, and I really like it. I have yet to film with this, and it'll never see its filming debut. It won't. I'll go into more detail later. But yeah, beautiful color story, man. Really nice quality. Really impressed. I'm really happy that I tried it. You know, really glad that this was the palette I tried from the brand, you know, because it's really nice. Sydney Grace Tiny Marvels palette that Mel Thompson did in collaboration with Sydney Grace. If you're not familiar with Mel Thompson, she was a wonderful, beautiful light on the makeup space, or in the makeup space, beauty platform, however you want to word it. And she passed away a few years ago. And my dear friend and subscriber, Tara, she's like, dude, you need to really try Sydney Grace during their Christmas in July sale. And I picked this up, and it's absolutely stunning. Very classy, very elegant, just like Mel. Lots of stuff you can do. You got the neutrals, but then the really fun pops of color. This shade right here, this shimmer called Scarab, is so pretty. Fire Butts, BB, metal. I mean, yeah, it's web. It's just beautiful. And I love the array of mattes too. So this will stay. This is very special in my collection. I adored Mel. This is the Poppy Storm palette from Titanium Foxes. One of the most beautiful palettes I have in my collection. I think this is such a cool color combo. The shimmers are just jaw-dropping. The mattes are really, really nice. I'd like to get more from this brand. And yeah, just thrilled that I picked this up. This will stay. The Alien Cosmetics, but now it's Unearthly Cosmetics Strawberry Milkshakes. Some of the coolest outer packaging I've ever seen, and such a beautiful, unique color story. Now, this I think Steph sent me too, and I was nervous about this color story, to be honest, because I'm like, and I have never, you know, gotten totally out of the box with this beauty, but I don't care. I love it. It's going to stay in my collection. I think the shimmers are just stunning, and the mattes are super nice, and it's just a cute arrangement, and the embossments, and you know, I love having it. And like I said, the outer packaging, that's the coolest, man. Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. This I got off Amazon. I got some foundation right there, so it's not mold, it's just foundation that I need to just scrape off. And you know, because I have the My Honey palette, I don't know. I think what would make the most sense is to keep this one and declutter the My Honey. Not that there's anything wrong with the My Honey palette, but this is really a nice quality palette. And I love golds and mustards and browns together. So I think what I will do is hold on to this and declutter the You Can Be My Honey palette for sure. This is the VE Cosmetics Kitchen Witch palette. Now this is a brand that I've wanted to try since I saw Lena use their products on Instagram. Hi, Lena. And I really like this. I mean, there's only 9 pans, but I think it's a really unique color story. You know, there's only 3 shimmers. These are all mattes. I have done very predictable looks with this thus far, but I do want to get funky, okay? I do. And this will not leave my collection. It's really lovely quality. And I mean, I could dupe this. Sure, I could with other stuff in my collection, but I like it. So I'm going to hold on to it. This is the Suva Beauty Magic and Ecstasy palette. All of these are pressed glitters. And I love, well, okay, I used to love pressed glitters. I don't really anymore. I just don't. I just lost my love for them. And then these beautiful vibrant mattes, and they're really nicely pigmented. And Steph sent this to me. And I just don't reach for it anymore. I don't know. I've just kind of reached a point in my life where pressed glitters just aren't my bag. So I'm going to declutter this and give it to somebody that I know will love it. The last palette, we've reached the last palette. This is the Black Magic Bombshell palette from Spellbound Beauty. great outer packaging and really lovely. Now the mattes don't necessarily blow me away, but the shimmers in here are just gorgeous. Really nice quality. I haven't used them all yet, but the ones I have used are just jaw-droppingly beautiful. I just wish the matte formula was a little, I don't know, it's kind of dusty, not my fave, but the shimmers is why I'm going to keep this palette. Okay, so that was my entire collection and what I decluttered. So if you were counting, you saw that I decluttered 36. I ended up decluttering the LA Girl Pro Mastery palette, and then now I have the Wish Upon a Snowflake palette from Poppy and Fluff Cosmetics. So in total, I have 168 palettes now in my collection. And of course, I had gifted Tracy the 4 palettes prior to me sitting down and filming my collection video. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of what I kept, what I got rid of. I still have a very large collection, 168 palettes. My goal, though, is to randomly generate a palette out of my list, because I have them all newly written down in this notebook here. What I want to do is use my random generator app every week and select the palette and just use the palette for the whole week. And then like Sunday night, select the next palette for the next week, and just so I'm, getting use out of my collection. Or maybe I'll use a palette for half the week, and then I don't know yet for sure, but definitely want to use each and every one of my palettes for several days before putting it down and getting a new one. And I just feel like this is a more manageable collection now. I mean, it's still huge, but it's a little bit more manageable than having over 200. And moving forward, my goal is to just not, my phone was buzzing, sorry. My goal is to just not buy to buy. I think the overconsumption aspect has gotten to me. And so I just, my goal was to keep things that I love, that are unique, that are fun, that I have a passion for, that inspire me, and to keep some, oldies favorites of mine that just, have a lot of sentimental value. And I feel like I did a pretty damn good job. Let me know what you think in the comment section. But again, this will be my very last eyeshadow palette collection and declutter video ever. So I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video.
Drop it.